Next, London Zoo opened its doors nearly 200 years ago. This photo from 1929 shows one of its zookeepers getting a kiss from a camel. And it's these sorts of memories, along with memorabilia, that the zoo wants to gather from the public to help celebrate its bicentenary in a special exhibition. Tolu Adeoye has the story.
The zoo is still so popular, you'd have to climb a tree to get a bare idea of the crowd.
For nearly 2 centuries, London Zoo has been attracting visitors keen to see its creatures, big and small. To this day, it's one of the capital's most popular tourist attractions, a must-do on many visitors' lists.
So we have a wide range of items in the archive.
Much of the zoo's history is captured at the ZSL Library and Archive.
A first edition Origin of Species by Darwin, a paper bag from the 1960s, a 1930s ostrich egg. We've had a library and archive since our foundation in 1826, and we've been documenting our history for the last 200 years. You know, ZSL, it's not just 2 zoos. We do a wealth of scientific work, conservation projects, and it's important that these memories and records are preserved for future generations.
Now, ahead of the zoo's 200-year anniversary in 2026, there's a call to the public to submit their memories and memorabilia to help chart the ZSL's history.
We're looking for photos, footage, memorabilia, anything that will help us bring our history to life in 2026.
It will all go into a special exhibition which will be called the History Hive.
We've been connecting people to wildlife through our 2 zoos for nearly 200 years, and we really feel like they're as much a part of our history as we are a part of theirs. We want stories from the local community as well as stories from people who might remember important moments in our history.
So if you have anything from vintage zoo toys to historic tickets, maps, or if you simply want to share a memory of a visit, the zoo wants to hear from you to help mark its very special anniversary. Tolu Adeoye, BBC London.
Well, we've sent Sally off to London Zoo today because apparently they're about to celebrate a big birthday, 200 years in fact, and apparently they're looking for your memories. Here she is.
You've probably never seen a baby polar bear before. Well, like all young animals, it's just about as attractive and appealing as it could be. Its name is Brumas.
Baby Bromas was London Zoo's first ever polar bear and has never been forgotten.
So this is a baby polar bear soap. Oh my goodness, it still smells. And how old is it?
So it is about 70 years old.
Wow!
3 million people came to see the bear, maybe even buying one of these. Those numbers proving just what an impact London Zoo has had.
After 25 years of lonely bachelorhood, Guy the gorilla is cagily entering the happy state of matrimony.
For 200 years, the animals have tugged at our heartstrings.
How do, Prince, says Rusty from Ceylon.
And to celebrate those 2 centuries, the Zoological Society of London are launching History Hive, where they want to hear your stories and see your memorabilia, small or rather large.
So this is an ostrich egg which is decorated with a map of Whipsnade Zoo.
Oh, I'm not great on my maps, but that is beautiful and massive as well. Ouch. This place is steeped with stories, and here's the start of one of them. Imagine it's the 1960s, and I would be one of the first female zookeepers. This is what I would be wearing. Sadly, a little less pink than usual, but very practical, I think. What do you guys think? Would you take a little fish off me? Anyone? Silence.
Love is sometimes a one-way street with animals, but it's a street millions here have journeyed.
We want people to share images, any footage they have, memorabilia like Brumas, the soap, and also maybe register to be interviewed as part of a brand new oral archive.
So if you've got a tale or treasure, head to their website and join the animals in being a precious part of this history hive.
There are some amazing stories that are going to come out of that. I remember talking to a former zookeeper, Charlene. He was called Mick, and he used to look after the primates. And he said, this was back in the day, that when they were ill or whatever, or needed looking after as babies, he would take them home with him, and he would sit them next to him on the bus. Can you imagine taking a monkey or gorilla home on a London bus?
I can't possibly imagine that happening now. I feel like there'd be rules in place against that.
I mean, it
really
would
sweet.
be rather lovely if you could do that now, but yes, times have changed, sadly.
Yes, they very much have.
Sure.